Alright, hello. How's it going? A little bit of an introduction. I'm that spider guy. This is my first video. And today I'm going to be talking about a little bit about that new Spider-Man 2 update, that .003. A couple of exciting things to talk about here. I'm not going to get into all the detailed patch notes. If you want to read that, it'll be, I'll put it in the description. Otherwise you can, I don't know, fucking Google it or some shit, I guess. It's pretty easy to find. But yeah, I'll put it in I'll put it in the description for your convenience if you'd like to go check out the full patch notes of this update. Hey kitty cat, I don't know if you can hear my my little guy there. Yeah, boy. He wants to play. He wants Alrighty. So, first and foremost, I think the number one biggest thing that they added is the ability, I'll show you, to go into gameplay settings and change the parry and traversal abilities for Peter. Now you got the default suit, which is the same thing as default, spider arms, and symbiote. My cat's climbing the curtain behind me. That's hello. Personally, I never really liked the spider arms, and another thing that kind of bothered me when you were, the Raimi suit, black suit, the default was spider arms for the traversal abilities, which I always thought was ridiculous because every other symbiote suit had the tendrils, and this is a symbiote suit. It acts like a symbiote suit in every other way, like no suit damage. I don't know if you guys picked up on that, but when you get, when you take damage, symbiote suits don't get ripped up, and it's not any different for this one. But it still had those spider arms, man. And now, you get the symbiote abilities in all its glory, and I can run around in fucking Bully Maguire attire, and have a grand old time. Now, I want to show you something they fucked up. So, somehow, you could probably see the spider logo looking, kind of looks a little bit off there, a little fucked, a little bit fucked, a lot of it fucked. When you come in close, it kind of fixes itself, but if you're just, you have to be kind of close to it. And I don't know what happened here. So I'm pretty disappointed that the Raimi suit got messed up, because that's my favorite suit, man. It's nostalgic for me. It's the best on-screen adaptation of Spider-Man, in my opinion. It just looks so badass, and yeah, man, that original Spider-Man movie was the first time that I ever saw Spider-Man when I was a kid, and I've always loved Spider-Man ever since then. That movie was the catalyst to which I ended up being a Spider-Man fan. So, Insomniac, if you could please, fucking please, fix the red and blue Raimi suit, the web suit, I'd appreciate it, because until you do that, I'm gonna have to live with
Little Goblin Jr. Gonna cry?
Either way, it's fine. They'll fix it. Right? They'll fix it, right? Alright, so now I wanna talk a bit about the 8 new suits that they introduced. Now I think 4 of which are returning from Spider-Man PS4 / remastered and Miles Morales. So the what we got for Peter is the Fluro suit, the Motorchic suit, and we got the Last Stand suit returning, and the Into the Spider-Verse suit returning. So let's take a little bit of a dive into the Fluro suit. Alright. So I really don't like this thing all that much. The spider logo itself, it's a good looking spider logo, I think. It's pretty anatomical. The only thing I would say is that its front 2 legs are kind of coming out of its face, or its head, and not quite off the abdomen like it should, which, whatever, Back logo is pretty much, I think it's actually identical. It's just colored in, and it might be a bit smaller actually, which is odd. The web lines don't know what they want to be, and they're very sparse and they're kind of hardly there. Down on the legs, it just kind of looks like some kind of athletic gear, you know. And then he's got the motorcycle helmet with kind of like a sorry attempt at adding some web designs. Yeah, I'm not a fan, and like the red and blue one. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, this color theme is cool, but the suit's just not there for me. So I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 10. And then you got the Motorchic suit, and holy fucking, like,
What?
what the fuck is this thing? It's bad. It looks bad and shit and gross. I mean, look at these like half circles coming out of the lenses. I don't know, man. I don't know what to make of this. It's not exactly a web pattern. I mean, you come to the back, and then you got this weird ass. You got like kind of like the X-Men symbol in the middle of the back of the head there, and then something that's trying to be a web pattern. Then you got the spider logo that's hiding on the chest, which is fine, I guess, because he's wearing that jacket. But I mean, the jacket. It's kind of got a web pattern on it, especially on the back. The spider symbol's just kind of pooping these webs out, and he's got the same thing from the back of his head on the elbows. But the web design on Spider-Man is supposed to be in the red sections, and for some reason the most web design that we have for the suit are all in the blue sections, and it's like all asymmetrical. He's got this weird fucking early 2000s punk belt, and this whole suit just kind of looks like it looks like a thrift shop cosplay mixed with an unhealthy dose of insanity. Now, I understand the artist who designed this suit must have had a vision. This suit is it's so fucking bad. And look, I'm not trying to shit on whoever made this. Actually, that's exactly what I'm fucking doing. It fucking sucks. Anyway, now that I got that off my chest, unfortunately, I'll never be able to unsee it. But moving on. And here we have the Last Stand suit. I never minded this one. Is it my favorite suit ever? No. Is it a nice looking, kind of homemade looking suit? Absolutely. And I think it works in terms of being what it is. It's not trying to be anything that it's not. In fact, one of my favorite things about this update is the color options that they brought. So now you can have the red and blue, you can have all black or with a little bit of white, and then you got this one. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever played Ultimate Spider-Man back in the day on the GameCube or PS2, but there's one of the unlockable suits. I forget what it was called. It was something like Arachnaman or something or other, something like that, and it was like this yellow and green Spidey suit, and it looked pretty cool to me when I was a kid. And Ultimate Spider-Man is fucking goated. It'll never not be goated. It's one of the best Spider-Man games ever. So just having this color option that's reminiscent of that, to me, makes it worth bringing this suit back. Even though I'm probably only going to use it a couple of times, it's still cool to kind of see it. And hey, that reminds me of Arachnaman. If I'm saying that wrong, fucking feel free to blast me in the comments or whatever, but I don't really care. Alright, and then last up on the list for Peter is the Into the Spider-Verse suit. Now, the suit itself is fucking perfect. I mean, everything about this suit is just classic Spider-Man. I love the web pattern. The logos are great. The back logo is perfect. The front logo is fucking awesome. And I like that they kind of have this like gold. My cats are going nuts, man. Jeez, guys. They have this this kind of gold tint to the webs, and I think the spacing on the web pattern is perfect. It's great. It's just, you know, the colors are fucking awesome. What more could you want from a Spider-Man suit? The only thing that's always bothered me about this Spider-Man design, though, like even in the movie, I'm pretty sure it's the same, is his fucking body. Man, he's got like no hips. He just looks weirdly unproportionate. He's like shaped like the letter T, man. I don't know. I don't care for the way that he's built, but the suit itself is great. For Miles, you've got the Metro suit, which I don't know how I feel about it yet. I mean, I like the puffer jacket. I actually prefer, I prefer this color option. Now, I like the puffer jacket with the web lines in it. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's very Miles. I'll actually switch to him here. But I think it's perfectly fitting for his character. The mask, though, it's the fact that it's got the fucking, it kind of like sticks out funny on the sides. And it's got that zipper coming down, which just gives like serial killer vibes to me. One thing I will say, though, is even though these lenses are kind of out there and crazy, I kind of dig them. I wish it was on a different shaped mask, while my cats go even more crazy. I like the jacket, it's really cool. The mask is whatever to me. You know, it's got a belt, whatever, you know, cool belt buckle, but I don't like how the pants look. It looks like he needs to fucking iron his shit. He needs to iron his pants. And the shoes are like, oh, they're so close to Adidas, man, which gives me fucking AIDS, because fuck this thing. This thing is disgusting. It's so fucking close though, man. Like, I feel like all they needed to do to make this a great suit is finish the mask and don't have the hair, remove the hood, because it doesn't do anything. It's not good for much except for catching raindrops, and then just add some fucking red to the legs, man, and ideally remove the shoes and give him something like this, something like that, even that, because in Miles Morales, he kind of had those like zipper shoes that kind of blended in nicely and looked like a boot. And then this version, we just get the full kind of attached into the suit boot. But even something like this, but like, what the fuck, man? I don't like it. Also, this one can go fuck itself. They did the same shit with the hair. Anyway, I digress. Next up, whatever the fuck this is.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
Granted, the lenses look cool here in this picture. Kind of got that squinted. When the lenses are squinted like that, I think they look really cool. But by itself, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the lines underneath. It kind of looks like he's got a fucking mustache drawn on there. The web pattern is all over the place. I think it's doing too much, and none of what it's doing well, except I like the gloves. I kind of like how they come from the forearm all the way down. I like that part, but other than that, I am not a huge fan, especially for these like squiggly doos on the shoes. You can kind of tell more with these two. But like, what the fuck is that, man? I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know. This makes me, the addition of these new suits has me worried for what we're gonna get in the DLC. Because I was really hoping when I heard that they were gonna drop 8 new suits. I was like, yo man, Future Foundation, fucking big time, you know? And then anything else, I didn't really care. But those are the two that I'm like, man, why did they take them away? You know, those are my two favorite suits. And now with the addition of, you know, the 3 alternate colors, so you have a total of 4 color options in Spider-Man 2. That's perfect for the big time suit, because you got the green, the blue, the white, the red or orange or whatever it is, and that would be perfect. I really want them to add that suit, and if they fucking do, then I'm gonna stop talking shit about all of the suits except for this one, because I mean, fuck, the Stone Monkey suit, man, I want to fucking throw up every time I look at it. I swear to God. Like my stomach acid, I can feel it kind of like climbing up my esophagus and shit. Oh, fuck. It's so bad. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't want to look at it anymore. Anyway, it's just the worst Spider-Man suit I've ever seen. Next, you got Uptown Pride. You know, nothing wrong with it. It's just Miles' suit with a little bit of extra texture on the bodysuit and some extra color options. Same thing as Miles Morales when you got the gold one for doing all those all the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man app activities. And I got a few different color options. Not a fan of the last one. I mean, it's fine. It just looks like it has a filter over it, I guess. But you know, it's good. It's probably one of the better ones that we got from this update. And then you got the animated suit. I mean, there's not much else to say about it. It's dope. It's great. It's clean. It's classic. I like it. Alright, well, I think that is about it from me today. Didn't go too in depth on all of the patch notes because, I mean, I'll include it in the description if you want to read it. You can go check it out yourself. It's pretty minute shit. You know, it's just like bug fixes and whatever the hell, yada yada blah blah. But what they didn't mention is they added a bug with the Raimi suit, which is whatever. It'll get fixed, I'm sure. I'm gonna be doing this more in the future. Some Spider-Man themed shit. I like talking about Spider-Man. And I know there's like an oversaturation almost of Spider-Man themed fucking YouTube channels, but you know, I'm just doing this for fun. I don't really care. If you watch it and enjoyed it, that's enough for me. Remember to drink enough water. Don't get hypervitaminosis. Don't believe the fucking scam of vitamins that give you 2,000% of your daily fucking dose. Because 2,000% is too much, man. All you need is 100%. Just drink some orange juice and fucking eat some vegetables and you have the vitamins that you need, man. Eat some fruit. Fucking... Also, if you're taking iron supplements and you're a biological male and haven't been told by your doctor that you're iron deficient, stop taking them because they're actually a pro-oxidant, which can lead to a whole bunch of problems, including cancer. Just, you get enough iron from your food. If you're a biological female and you have your period, it can't hurt to take iron supplements, especially if you have a heavy flow. But still, talk to your doctor. Don't just believe the guy that tells you you gotta take iron, man, because it can be bad. Too much iron's bad. So yeah, I don't know where the fuck that came from. I've never really done an outro before. You know, I'm just trying to spread positivity. So with that positivity in mind, fuck off.